Drop that bitch on her head like bang.
What's going on, everybody? As the title says, I got pulled over today and I got let go. No ticket. He gave me a warning, but I got a new ride. Little 85 S10 Blazer. It's got a small block 350 that was put into it. Traded for it. Figured I'd take it around, put some new wheels on it, wanted to see how they rode. And I had to go pick up some shit while all I had was just the title. So, of course, I don't give a shit. Whatever. I'm going to drive around. No insurance either. No insurance. No tag on the truck. No seatbelts. It's fun to drive. It's a little hot rod, right? And let me go ahead and just kind of show you what I was working with here. Oh, full screen it. So this is a little truck. Let me know if you guys can hear it, but I'll just play. This is the day I got it. The rims that are on it are no longer on. I got some different ones. Some 22s. 22s. V8. Okay, so I got it. Relatively a good trade for it. I'll be able to make a bunch of money on it, but I don't need it. I have other vehicles, so it's not like a big deal. It's a small block 350 EBT. It's from a 70s muscle car, so it's got the old 350 block in it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Am I going to keep it? Am I going to drive it? I don't know. So basically, change some rims on it, right? Looking a little spiffy, not too shabby. Good looking truck, right? Sounds really good too. But let me see here. Let's see here. See if you can. You should be able to hear this. I mean, it needs some work. Needs a little bit of work. The paint had a really nice paint job at one time, but was neglected. Interior work, but that's all the shit that I do. So it's simple stuff, but it just sounds great. Blah 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 blah. It's got a turbo 350 in it, so it's an automatic, right? And fun little toy. And let's get to it. I did record my interactions today, but before I get into that, yeah, that's what I want to do here. Give me a minute to get this straight. But take 1 second here. It is like Pimp My Ride, but just talk to the fans out there. I'm not doing the Friday shows anymore, so if anyone's watching wondering where the hell the shows are at, I decided to stop doing them. I actually dialed back all of my all of my panel watching and stuff. It's just too much nonsense out there, too much fuckery going on. I'm just tired of all the bullshit. So I have other things that take up my time, but I just want to give a shout out to the chat. Who we got in the chat? You tell me. It's good seeing you. I enjoy chatting with you all over the place. Producer Moose was here. What's up, Moose? Truth Spirit, license and registration slave. Um, who else we got in here? Snafu's in here. Jen's in here. Barney, good to see you. Yeah, like that's so great. License and registration slave. So I have a license, yes. No insurance on the truck, no tag on the truck, and I don't really care. I mean, it is what it is. What are they going to do? But interesting is it's apparently a crime, arrestable offense. They could have towed my truck and do the whole 9 yards, yada yada yada. Yolanda, I see you there. I think I got everybody EBT. Yep. Well, welcome everybody. Let's get into it. I'll play the video. Tell me what you all think. I can see that I'm fucking muted, and you can't hear the audio either. Is that correct? The volume is deafing. What is deafing? So you can hear me. Can you hear the audio? Can you hear it? Can you hear the video? Can you hear the video? It's playing. All right. So I got to figure out why it is not. StreamYard is not playing my screen. That's weird. So let's try this. It's because it's a screen share. My bad, everybody. Hold up. Hold up. All right. You should be able to hear this now. I got it under control. Give me a 1 in the chat if you can hear the video. Title.
Okay.
Just bought it.
So the reason I'm stopping you, because I'm sure you're probably curious.
No
So
problem.
I got no seatbelt on, and then there's no tag, which is obviously the bigger of the two concerns.
Right, I got 30 days.
I'm sorry?
I have 30 days
Okay.
to get it
For what?
registered.
Yes, I am Rusty. I apologize. It's been like a month since I streamed, so I'm just getting the shit back together. Bear with me.
I'm sorry?
To get it registered,
Says what?
the county ordinance,
Now, if it's on the roadway, it's supposed to be titled,
yeah,
registered,
I have 30
and
days.
registered.
Right.
You got your license on you? So you're saying it's not registered? Is that what you're saying?
I just bought it. How are
When'd
you
you buy
supposed to
it?
drive a vehicle home when you just buy it?
When'd you buy it?
Yesterday.
Okay. So no
Just
insurance
took
on
it
it
to the
either?
mechanic shop, left to have him take a look over it because there's some issues with it. I was actually stopping in here to get an air cleaner and then heading back home.
Okay.
Unless I read the
Absolutely not. Yeah,
state
there's
wrong,
no
it says
leeway.
30 days.
There's no leeway.
Apologize, I'm
Basically, it's as soon as it's on the roadway, it's supposed to be tagged, titled, insured, all the works. All right, so hang tight. We'll see what we can do.
Sure.
You at least have a valid license? Is this valid?
Yeah, of course.
Oh. Alrighty. In the meantime, you have the title, so I can just see
Yep.
the VIN.
Yeah, the seatbelt doesn't work, so that's another.
I'm sorry?
I said the seatbelt doesn't work, so it's on a list of.
Gotcha. It's definitely something you want to take care of, right? Because safety first.
Well, of course.
I'll be right back, Richard.
Yep.
This is the person you bought it from? This Christopher?
Correct.
How long ago?
Yesterday.
Just yesterday?
Mhm.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Let's go.
Alright, Steve. There's that back for you.
Make it.
Alright, so this is the situation, right? There is no, it's a misconception, this whole 30-day grace period. Basically, if it's on the roadway, it's got to have the works, licensed driver, tag, registration, insurance, all that stuff. So having it on the roadway is a misdemeanor, okay? So with you not knowing that and them keeping that into mind here, is a written warning, and what I advise you to do, it behoove you to park this bad boy here and get a friend to take you over to the DMV to make this legal and legit. Okay.
So I'm not. Don't mean to interrupt you, but when I went to the county website, I looked it up,
Okay.
and this is the county website,
All right.
and it says you have 30 days to get your vehicle registered, or else it's a misdemeanor, right?
It's a
So-
misdemeanor the second it's on the roadway. That's actually why I print
So
you
how
out
are
that.
you supposed to, when you buy a vehicle and drive it home with the tag? I've purchased many vehicles.
I've seen people meet at the DMV. I've seen them towed up there. I've seen them anything that they got to do, because the second it's operated on the roadway, it has to have everything. The only way out of that is to have a dealer tag. That's why you see the dealer tags from the car dealerships. That's the only workaround. If it's on the roadway, being operated on the roadways of the Florida, then that's what you need. Licensed driver, it's got to be registered and insured.
So you're
So
telling
being
me
out
I
there
can't
is a
drive this
misdemeanor.
home?
I wouldn't if I were you, because the only reason that I'm not impounding it now is because you said that you didn't know, right? So I'm taking your word for it that you didn't know. You also have no documentation to show me when you purchased it. Most people have the bill of sale on it. So again, I'm taking your word for the fact that you didn't know and the fact that you just bought this. Otherwise, it would be it's a misdemeanor. So it'd be a criminal traffic ticket and it'd be an impound. So in light of that, instead of that, what I've
So it's a
decided
crime
to
to
do,
drive
yes, absolutely.
a newly purchased vehicle without registering it through the
Yes.
county.
That's why when you buy a car from a dealership, you get the temp tag right away. So at least it's temporary, but it is registered even for that little bit of time. So,
I mean, that's a huge hassle.
I'm sorry?
That's a huge hassle.
It is. It's not convenient for anybody's sake, but that's the only way to do it. I've seen people meet at the DMV and they exchange titles right there. I've seen them towed in. It's just one of those things. But again, I'm taking your word for it that you said you just bought it because you don't have documentation to show otherwise. and the fact that you said that you're under the impression that you got the 30-day grace period, which
Like I said, I looked it up to make sure. I was
There's
like,
no
all right,
30
well, I
degrees
can
here.
go and because a lot of shit's got to get done. I'll go do all this. In the meantime, it's going to be registered, but as you clearly see, there's nothing
that's why I
wrong.
went ahead and instead of a verbal warning, this is a learning experience, I give you a written warning. It actually shows the state statute violation.
Learning experience.
Gotcha.
It's no motor vehicle.
So the statute, it's not a law. It's just a statute, right? What is it?
Yeah, Florida state statute.
Statute 320.02.
Yeah, no motor vehicle.
One.
3 copy.
All right. Well, I mean, I need to drive it home.
Again, that's on you. If you do, you've been warned. You've been told that it is a criminal misdemeanor. I'm giving you leeway here. So
That's what I'm saying. If I pull out of here and drive home, you're gonna pull me over again?
since I just told you it is a crime, I'm letting this go because you didn't know it was a crime. I'm telling you, as a matter of fact, the second you drive out here, it is a crime to be on the roadway with an unregistered motor vehicle. That's what it is. I know you said you just bought it, but it's still unregistered.
There's no victim though. I don't understand how it's a crime.
I'm not going to argue the semantics.
No, I'm not arguing anything. I'm just saying I'm trying to conceptualize and discern
There's
what
a
the
lot of
hell.
laws I don't agree with.
This is
but
pretty
it's
silly.
This is one of those things. So that's what I'm going to do for you. Okay. Otherwise, if you get stopped again, expect now that you know, it's going to be a criminal traffic ticket and impound. You're going to have to go through a whole bunch of rigmarole to get your truck back out. And who wants that?
Well, not that you GPSed me, but I literally live a mile down the road from here.
I got you, and I get it, and it's a pickle, especially being so close. But it's one of those things. Maybe you can get a buddy out here with a tow truck, or go to the DMV and see if you can get this registered without it being there. One of the two. That's your only option at this point. Okay.
All right, bud.
All right.
Thank you.
You have any other questions
man.
for me?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay.
So there you go. I showed clearly that I had no idea what the fuck was going on, and he didn't care. I waited about 5 minutes. I went and looked up the code that I saw, and I did misread it. You from under that statute, this one here. So it's the 320.02 is what they gave me a warning for. But no, I drove a home gen. Matter of fact, I seen a couple other cops down the road. I was waiting for them to come up behind me, but nope. Smooth sailing, got all the way to the house, and that was it. So pretty much, if you play dumb, you act like you don't know, or if you're confident in what you believe, that's really what mattered is if you listen to him, he's like, well, you didn't know, you thought that it was this, so I'm going to have to go with what you were saying. And that's pretty much how it fucking works. I didn't argue with him. I asked him some questions. I answered some questions for him. We watch all these videos of, auditors and people getting pulled over, and there was no tag on this truck, no insurance on this truck. I did have a valid driver's license. He wasn't rude to me, I wasn't rude to him, so somewhat of a mutual respect there. You could tell that he really didn't give a shit. He actually pulled a U-turn because we were going through a construction zone, and I was stopped waiting with the flag guy, and as he came through, I knew he was looking right at me. I didn't have my seatbelt on, and I just watched him and whoosh, pulled right around and turned his lights on. So, and I just so happened to be going to the auto zone anyway. And so I just pulled into there and parked. But yeah, so that was my day today. Got to take the truck out and stretch its legs a little bit. Hit the throttle a few times, so it was kind of good the construction zone was there, because I probably would have been hauling ass down. Probably would have been hauling ass down that fucking little side road there, little service road. But yeah, for shit, what's going on, everybody? Anybody else have any experiences with getting pulled over with no tag? How did it go for you? Did you get a ticket? Did you get your car towed? Overall, what is that, snafu? You dismissed his ass. I mean, I am who I am. You guys know who the fuck I am. Just because he's a cop, and we all know I really don't respect what they do, especially the ones that are egotistical. Um, but I'm not gonna, start shit. You know what I mean? I'm clearly I'm not smart enough to, start spitting out Supreme Court case law of why it's my right to freely travel. Not in a vehicle, but in an automobile or my private conveyance. I wasn't going to get into all that because, quite honestly, that's really not what I was looking for. I wasn't looking for a confrontation. I just got pulled over, and doing is what I say to my kids. Anytime you interact with the police, get your camera out, start recording. He immediately saw the camera. He knew I was recording him. So, and it went pretty smooth. I played dumb because I did read the statute wrong, and it is what it is. Not that he knew that, but because I showed that I was, that's what I'm believing in. That's what that's really what I think is most important. Is if you're trying to argue with him on the side of the road, that's not the place to do it. It's take your licks and then go to court. But he gave me a warning. If he didn't give me a warning, then it would have been a different story. It would have been a different video. But that wasn't the case. In the situation, and I think just everyone's looking for a confrontation to kind of be like, oh, this is how smart I am. This is what I know about my rights and the laws, and you're dumb. You don't know shit. Well, you go for it. I mean, more power to you. That wasn't the I didn't just go out and say, oh, I'm going to go drive this car around without a tag. I mean, I know I was driving without a tag. I know it wasn't registered. Still not registered. I'm not going to register it. I'm flipping it. So putting a little bit of this in there, here and there on it, and then it'll be gone. And then I'll shuffle the deck and see what else is in store. But anyway, wanted to come out on here, see all my favorite fans out in the chat having a good time. Looks like it. But no, I miss y'all guys. Seeing you guys every Friday. I'm just kind of glad that I don't have to go through the stress anymore of just running a show. As you can see, this stream sucked. I couldn't have my volume was jacked. I muted myself. Yada yada yada. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of muscle memory. And again, having all of these monitors in front of me, it was pretty. Sometimes I get kind of confusing, but I seen someone there. This is Florida, Central Florida. It was actually in the city inside of the county. So there's two different police departments. We have the city police, and then we also have the sheriffs. But no, I ended up pulling away, pulled right out. Actually, a cop had drove by, and I just figured I'd follow him. It was actually a sheriff, and I drove all the way home. I assumed they were going to be parked down the street waiting for me to drive by just to fuck with me again. But, it goes to show you that if I was a dickhead with him, if I was, just being real hostile, just real difficult in his eyes, even though we know that for us, it's not difficult, it would have went a different way. So what's going on, Safu?
Yeah, I think you handled it very well, according to you. And the optics, my advice is, I know you said you have it on paper, but just remember they control that paperwork. They could paperwork. Most people nowadays, even on dash camera, just for safety purposes, anytime any of them know you're recording and have it, always say name and badge number. Just that's the only tip I could give you. Everything you did was within what you're about. When DJM said, well, he didn't act like a tyrant, you got to be joking me, DJM. This motherfucker straight up wrote a fucking warning, where you guarantee that motherfucker pulled over one of his friends that just bought a truck like that and was that was tyrant bullshit. You handled it well. But my only thing was just always ask for name and badge number for safety purposes, especially when filming. But good stuff. I'm glad you documented the interaction too. Thanks for sharing.
Yep, right on. That was the first time ever being pulled over. Now my other vehicle, my daily driver, I have cameras all set up in there, not including my phone. That's separate. But in this truck, of course, I didn't have any of my camera systems. and I never get pulled over. Like I try, I'll speed, I use my turn signals. I mean, I drive safe, but I do things on purpose. I'll even, if we're going on the highway, I'll even pass a cop if he's going too slow, or other people slow down. You know how, there'll be a cop up ahead and like, oh, what the fuck, and I'll just slowly go past them. You know what I mean? Still not getting pulled over, waiting to get an interaction just to get, I guess you could say, experience. Cause I only had once or twice other times I've actually had an interaction with police, but this one, I was in the wrong. I knew I didn't have my seatbelt on, so I knew that he had pulled me over. So it wasn't one of those.
Well, and what year is that truck, though? Some of them trucks are sold. They weren't even built with seatbelt, but I think that's still a little newer truck.
Oh, it's got seatbelts. They, for whatever reason, they had them unbolted. I don't know what the fuck. But it's a cool little truck. You know what I mean? I should be able to make some.
Yeah, it looks nice. The old little 350 small block. Are you gonna put some system in it, or do you have one in it already?
No, I'm not going to do anything audio to it. I would if I was going to keep it, but it's easier just to do like a keyless entry because it does have power door locks, which is simple to do, and that will help sell it or trade it. But no, it's an 85, so it came with seatbelts, so it has to be seatbelts.
Did that cop basically insinuate, "Oh, you can't drive away from here," or did he like? Is that what he was insinuating?
He said in the video, he said that it would be a crime for me to pull out of that AutoZone parking lot onto the state road there. It would have been a crime.
Now, were there plates on the vehicle when you bought it before?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say sometimes like it just depends on the states and like because that would say every sale in America vehicle wise, what you got to call a towing company and tow it to your place, tow it to the tow it to emissions, tow it to No, there are certain laws with certain states that give 30 days prior to purchase, or you have to get it all set up before. But it's vehicles, it's transportation.
Correct.
So it is what it is. But good job, man. The only thing I can say is for safety, just next time, always name and badge number. Remember, everything on that paperwork is their paperwork. It's given to you, but it's very easily you get what I'm saying. And video stuff like that, and it can always be gone to. But name and badge number is huge, especially with these tyrants nowadays. Because what he pulled on you, straight tyranny bullshit. Why isn't he fucking? Why isn't he fucking around with like motherfuckers stabbing each other, motherfuckers shooting at each other, motherfuckers like dying, help aid them? No, he's gonna fucking find some motherfucker and try and get quota, and then argue with you and give you a warning when you know that if he pulled over one of his friends that just bought a vehicle like that, or him himself,
for sure,
well he ain't gonna treat you like he just treated you. He treated you like a civvy because he's a tyrant cop. He treated cop first citizen. So DJM, he's the tyrant, in my opinion. But good job, Steve.
Yeah, I was, like I said, I wasn't looking to drum up some views or some content or to get some footage. It was, all right, this is what's going to happen and this is going to play out. I really didn't have a plan other than, stating, my truth or what I thought the truth, whether it was right or wrong. And really, I didn't want to argue at any time ever. Do I ever want to argue with a cop on the side of the road? That almost never works, right? That almost never works out in your favor, like ever. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. No, you're absolutely right. I get it. I think you handled it well. I think you did good. Like I said, the only critique I say is name, badge number, like I said. But other than that, you did well. You handled it well. We got a good interaction with them. But we also saw the optics of modern day like bullshit, like harassing, bullying this dude, got in the car. I mean, sure, the minute he talked to you, he could have said, "Oh, cool, all right, nice ride," went back to his car, popped out. Right. He would have done that to any of his friends, himself, his family, guaranteed. Right? Someone buys vehicle every day. But he's going to play the cop versus the civvy here, and you documented that. Even if it was a good interaction between you two, I feel you showed still the power hold of these guys who act like that. Because you damn well know if he fucking pulled his brother, his friend, his sergeant, motherfuckers buy vehicles every day. What you did was a perfect example of them wasting resources, I feel.
Well, I could tell you, I probably bought hundreds of cars, and I've never ever went and titled or registered a vehicle before I took it home. Not one time.
No, I've only done one like that, and that's because I needed to get emissions to make sure the car was drivable. I didn't want to buy it without, like it not passing emissions.
I mean, I would say I've bought half of that, at least 50 plus cars, to where I never even titled it my name. I would just have an open title. I would either put it up for sale and just hand the title over to the new person and say, here you go.
Pretty much.
That's how it goes. Or if it's something that I think I may keep or I have to put some time into it, like this one, I don't have to put much time into it. It's ready to be. I actually had to order
And
some.
You didn't get popped with the no insurance ticket either.
Nope, didn't say a word about it. So that's why.
Because or even on the warning, they didn't give you a court date to go prove you had insurance or put insurance on the car, and then they dropped that bullshit. No, I mean he was a good tyrant, but still a tyrant. And I think it's because it showed how you handled yourself and approached the situation, why it went the way it did for you. So, no, I'm going to go, though, but good job. Next time, badge name, just for safety. But other than that, fucking thanks for sharing your interaction with us.
Right on. Appreciate it.
And fuck all you cupcakes.
Yeah, so good times. You always have that 50-50 chance of whoever you're getting pulled over by, what kind of day they plan on having with you. For people that may have showed up late, I'll probably run this one more time so you don't have to go back. But pretty much just got a new truck. Just trying to do some shit to it, driving around with no tag, no seatbelts, and I got pulled over. So being pulled over is, could be stressful for some people. And I'll be honest with you, this is the first time I've been pulled over in many, many years. Now it's recently me being that much more educated in my rights and knowing my rights and whatnot. But at the end of the day, it really boils down to is that, we watch all these videos of these auditors and people getting pulled over and just all these interactions with police officers. He seemed to be showing me respect in the sense of, he was being professional. He was doing his job, whether we think of his fucking job is, bullshit or not. But the fact is that, he got in return what he gave me. So, or I gave him, in return what he gave me. But, yeah, so I'll go ahead and I think, do I need to play this one more time? I don't think I need to play it again. No, I don't think I need to play it again. I'm already a half hour on this. But what's going on in the chat? $10 every $100. Bad Barney. Prosecution about time. If you drive a car with no tags, you're crazy. If you make it home, you're a fucking legend. Well, I'm here. I guess I'm a legend. It really wasn't that big of a deal. I could have made it a big deal. I mean, I could have been an asshole to the guy. I could have been disrespectful, and which is, my right to, but, is there really a need to do that? Staying cool, staying calm, staying collected, trying to read the situation, as seconds went by. I edited that video. It was a total of about 18 minutes from when I first hit record to when I turned that camera off. So we probably seen about 5 minutes of that was actual interaction. The rest of the time was me just sitting there staring out the window, looking in the back, wondering what the hell is taking so long. Like, let's go. So he came back once or twice to get some more information from me. And I was straight up with him. I didn't have to tell him really anything, but I didn't see a sense in making it more of an issue. You know what I mean? So I look sus without the beard. It's coming back. It's only been what's today? It's been 20 days. I shaved it off on the 2nd. So it's been 20 days. Give me a break. Come on. Another month, it'll be kind of back. But you know what I'm actually going to do? I want to play the video if I can. Let's see if I can play this video again, just because it is sexy as shit. Let me know if you guys can, if you can hear this. Can you hear it? Were you able to hear it, or is it not playing like you were earlier? No, not playing. Nope. Well, you know what I can do? I think I can do it. No, I can't do it. I did upload a video. Uploaded a video. You might be able to hear it. You might be able to hear it. Let's see. I definitely am rusty. Should be able to hear it. Well, I hope you guys could hear that because it does sound pretty sweet in person. Alrighty. Well, that's it. That's a quick little stream. Oh, you did get to hear it. Good. At least I'm not just freaking imagining you guys are hearing what the hell I'm trying to show you. But no, it's good to see everybody. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate hanging out, coming to check out, see what's going on over here. Definitely going to cut it a little bit short. I did have the link out there. Nobody wants to come up and talk to me, so I'm not really good at just fucking yabbering away about nothing. So, but I did want to show my interaction today. Do with it what you will. If you learned anything, if I could have learned something, it's all about experience. It's all fun and games. You can talk about shit. You can do all this and that, but once you finally have a cop standing in front of you with your life on the line, not that mine was, but at any point it could be. We've seen lots of people that, got shot on a freaking traffic stop. So pretty sure that wasn't going to happen today, but that's it. I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck out of here. Thanks for stopping. Later.
Drop that bitch on her head like bang. Drop that bitch on her head like bang.